Welcome back, guys, to another video. I hope you're having an awesome Friday. Today, we're going to be doing a full-blown, all-inclusive shop tour showing you all of our machines from A to Z. We're going to be going from the start of the project to the end of the project, working through the shop in order of the job. So, welcome to our shop. Let's go. But before we get into that, I just want to take 23.25 seconds to thank you guys, every single one of you who have been consistently watching our videos every week and been subscribing and commenting on our videos and kind of getting to know us a little bit better. It's been awesome, and I hope you stick around for the long haul, and we've got a lot more in store. Let's get into it. So when you walk into our shop, this is what you first see, and this is the showroom. Come on in. So right in the front, we've got the secretary desk, and this is where the secretary spends their time. And you can walk in here. We've got several kitchens on display. Right here's the coffee corner. We go through many pots of coffee every single day. And yeah, we've got a pretty well outfitted showroom here. We have a full kitchen on display there. We have a bathroom on display here. Another kitchen on display in the back. We have a whole rack in here for different types of woods, all of our handles. I don't want to get too much into the details here, but overall, it's just, you know, a pretty well equipped, and we can kind of show off everything that our product has to offer and all of their different lighting. We have several different styles of lighting in different kitchens, and so we bring people into here to kind of get an overall picture of the vision they have for their kitchen. And then this is the desk where the salesman will kind of work through with the customer, draw up their kitchen, and then it goes from what the customer has in their mind to paper. And then from there, it moves on to upstairs, and that is where the builders take the paper and they make the dream a reality. So let's just head on upstairs and we can check out what we got upstairs. But before we do that, I gotta grab our favorite beverage around here, and that is the Izzy's. We stock Izzy's all the time, and this is the best kind right here, the blackberry. And our shop is just right upstairs, just right above the showroom, so everybody's in the same building, and so people come down here for their coffee and Izzy's to keep them going throughout the day. Yeah, please sponsor us. Let's head upstairs. Welcome in. All right, so this here is just the main part of the shop, the big open area where kind of the production all starts. So I'll start from the beginning of our processes, and we'll just work our way through explaining every piece of machinery. So this is where it all starts. This is where the magic happens. We have all of our plywoods all labeled and in individual compartments. So whatever the kitchen wood is, we just grab the plywood that we need out of there, and we have our saws kind of just surrounding this area. We have all our hardwood here, so this is what we use for all of our face frames and anything we're doing with hardwood. We have all that right here as well, right by the chop saw. So when it comes to production, we start by building the face frames. So we build the face frames of all of our cabinets. We have some sitting over there right now, so you can just pull pieces down from up here. Right there's our junk bin, pitch it in there, take your pieces. So it starts with the face frame, and then after you have your cabinet built, or after you have the face frames built, you'll take a face frame, you'll look at your drawings and see what you need, and then you can bring your drawings over here if you want, cut out your pieces, and that's when you get all your plywood, all the different types of interior plywood. Everything is here. We've got the table saw here, which obviously we use all the time. And then over there we have the vertical saw that we use for vertical cuts. And then, yeah, throughout the process, you're always gonna need several different machines around here. So right here we have like the Craig brand machine. This is for pocket holes. It's an automatic pocket hole machine. This is a very, very, very nice machine. You just turn the switch on, stick it in there, and there's a foot pedal. You just push the foot pedal and it makes nice clean pocket holes. We use this all the time, all the time. And then we have a belt sander, which we just use for random things, just sanding edges, sanding shelf edges, numerous things, kind of just a specialty. And then we have a scroll saw, or a bandsaw. Bandsaw? I think that's what it's called. And we just use that for just random little cutouts, and anytime we have curves or valance to cut out, things like that, we'll use this for. Over here, this is a machine that we use for peg holes. So once again, for shelves, for adjustable shelves. So you can put your wall in here, and we have these that we bring down. So you put the bottom against that every single time, and it puts all the pegs at the same height, and then it's a foot pedal. And that's how those are done. So yeah, that's kind of the main setup for in here. And this is just to build the shelves of the cabinets. So right here we have a bunch of shelves and some shelves that have been built. These are all puttied and ready to be sanded. So there's multiple sanding processes. So right here we have the sander. It's kind of a rough sander. This is 100 grit sandpaper, and we sand everything after production. We go through, sand it all. On paint, we putty all of the joints and sand it down. And that all happens here. This is a shelf bander. So as we're building a kitchen, you cut out the shelves for each cabinet as we go. We don't have a CNC machine, so we just cut everything out as we go. We cut the shelves out when you build a cabinet, and the shelves get placed here. And then at the end of toward the end of the kitchen being built, we'll fire up our automatic bander and we run everything through. So this, once you have everything turned on, you just stick them in here and it's just like automatically runs it through here. And so then you just grab it from this side and it bands all the shelves. So after that part of the process is done, it kind of just moves through the shop. Over there we do have a planer that we use for a number of random things. We've got another table over here that we use from time to time, but often ends up just having junk on it. So yeah, the cabinets move into here after they're 100 sanded, and they sit in here until they need to be finished. So over there we have a couple more machines, by the way. Drill press, and I guess that's it. That other machine we don't use. And then when it comes to finishing, it moves into this room, which is the finishing room. As you can see, there's paint everywhere. So over here, we do another two-step sanding process on everything. We sand it with 120 and 150, all the cabinets. The doors are all hand sanded in here with small pieces of sandpaper. This is 120 and 150 as well, I believe. The doors also all get the two-step sanding process, but that has to be done by hand due to the small intricacies of the door designs. This corner here is kind of install truck, small items that we stock basically. So we just have random things like shims, wire nuts, wire, long screws, nails, just random things that as we install, we deplete things and we'll just come in here and throw them in the truck as we need them. Over here, we have, on this side, we have all the stains. So these are just all different kinds of stains. Most of those we stock, unless we have a specialty custom stain that we'll order in. And then this is paints, and there's tons of colors of paints, so we do kind of stock some of them, but a lot of it we just custom order. And then primers and everything. This is where all of the finishing equipment is. So multiple sprayers here, and we have all of our lacquer here too. This is the lacquer bucket. Paint shakers right here. So this is, yeah, where all the prep happens. So then after the prep work for the finishing is done, it moves into here, one cabinet at a time. You just pull it in. And this is not in here or pushed aside when you do the cabinet. So you just pull it in here, spray the cabinet, and then in our finishing process, we have to scuff every single cabinet 2 times. So we do a coat, scuff it, do a coat, scuff it, and then do a coat, the final coat. So 3 coats. So it's pulled into here, sprayed, and then pushed somewhere over here. And this is usually heated up to 80 degrees or so to keep everything drying rapidly. And once it's dry, it's scuffed, and then usually do some kind of a circular motion in here. Once it's dried, you scuff it, and then it's pulled back in, and then pushed back out again to dry. And that all just happens in here. And then the doors, all doors and drawer fronts and trim and things like that all get put onto these carts that you see around here. And as we finish, we'll pull the cart over here, and then they get pulled off individually and set onto this rotating contraption. And this is where all the doors are finished, and then you just put them back on and push it over there to dry. And those all have to get hand scuffed twice as well. So this is just, all this area in here is for finishing, obviously, and then also just storage. So like right here's a smaller bookcase project that's completely ready to go out the door on Tuesday morning, and so that's just sitting in here. This is a project that we got going on, experimenting with some hardware that just happens to be here right now. And then over here we have the glass cutting corner, so we can put full panels of glass in this and cut all of our glass for glass doors. There's a glass door right here, so you just measure for this, cut the glass, and then fasten it in there. So then after it's finished, it's usually stored in here, and then when the hardware guys get to the hardwaring, they pull the cabinets in here to do the hardwaring. So this one is in the middle of being hardwared. So this includes putting the hinges on the doors, putting the slides in the cabinets, putting catches on the drawer boxes, the drawer fronts onto the drawer boxes, everything like that. And we also put the knobs and handles on all of the cabinetry before it goes out the door, which is a little bit unusual. So that's all done in here. This side we have a lot of hinges and knobs, handles are all stored here with the job labels all there. This is where the drilling gets done for the hinges, and then over there is all the components for drawer slides. And this is where we have a jig set up for the drawer fronts to be put on the drawer boxes, and all the screws for the appropriate things are kind of with the separate equipment. And yeah, just random tools, fasteners, drills in here for various hardwaring. Get into quite a bit of different types of hardwaring, pull-outs, trash pull, like all kind of specialty stuff in here. So we have a lot of tools. This is a table in here for knife hinges, which is a hinge that we don't use very often. This is not normally in here. We store drawer boxes in here kind of by job. We'll stack them up against this wall as they come in. We get our drawer boxes ordered in we outsource those. So then we just pour the drawer boxes in and use them as we need to. This is a place where we kind of store random things for a job. So let's say there's a random trim piece that needs to be added to the job. It'll get made and finished and then set up here, and when we go back to that job, we can come here and grab it off the shelf and use it. So these are random components that are made for a job that need to be put in. After the cabinets are all hardwared and everything is prepped, and usually all the shelves are kind of bundled together like they are over here. The trim is bundled together. Everything's kind of put together in one spot, ready to go out. Then the morning of the install, we back a truck up over to here. Truck and trailer. And over here is where we do all the loading. So we can back a truck right up to here, and it's a nice flat ramp right into the back of the trailer. We have a whole stack of blankets here. Usually they're all folded and organized. Right now they're just on a pile, and so We just cart them right in and load them appropriately, cover them up, and that's the way we load everything. So yeah, I mean that's a lot of our processes. It's all stuff that we kind of have evolved over the years and perfected, and every day we're still trying to improve and make things better. But this has created a pretty decent flow for us, just with everything kind of moving through the shop in order. It just kind of keeps everything orderly, and it has worked pretty well for us. So yeah, oh, one more thing. This here is a computer setup. So this is where we can kind of track jobs. We have a tracking software so we can keep track of the progress of a job, and then we have a calendar for our schedule and everything here. And this is also what we use to clock in and out at the beginning and end of the day. So yeah, that's kind of the overall gist of everything here. Any questions or anything about our processes, you can always comment down below and just let us know what your questions are, and we'll do our best to answer as much as we can. If there's any idea that you want for production, videos or anything like that, just let us know. And yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching and for sticking around to the end of the video. And yeah, we're gonna see you guys later. We'll see you next week.